A drone attack has been launched in the town of Korocha in Russia's Belgorod region bordering Ukraine, followed by large-scale fire. Local authorities reported fire in a shopping mall near a local train station. Video footage circulated in social media captured strong fire near the train station. In one of the videos, a local resident can be heard saying that she was almost killed by 4 drones flying over her head. Another person can be heard saying his friend was under the threat of being hit by air defense systems. Press service of Belgorod's operational headquarters also confirmed the reports of the drone attack. Ukraine blamed Russian air defense systems for the fire in the region. According to Ukrainian reports, a Russian air defense system made a mistake when shooting down the drones, which resulted in debris landing in the shopping center and causing fire. Located on the right bank of the Korocha River, Korocha is the administrative center of Belgorod region that borders Ukraine and is under frequent Ukrainian attacks. Ukrainian forces launch strikes using drones, rockets, even HIMARS, and there are reports of sabotage reconnaissance raids deep in the border areas. The drone attack on Belgorod comes amid heavy fighting in the front line, particularly in eastern Donetsk region where Russian troops are trying to push into the strategic town of Pokrovsk.
Короче, автовокзал. Наше время. Короче, автовокзал. Наше время.
As reported, Kyiv is carrying out its own aerial campaign against Moscow's energy infrastructure. Between August and October, Ukraine launched more than 60 attacks into Russia, hitting refineries, depots, pumping stations, export terminals, and other sites with its indigenous long-range drones and missiles. Although Ukrainian attacks don't destroy sites completely, they do cause serious damage. Ukraine has tried hitting the same places on a recurring basis, forcing Russia into a costly cycle of repairs. Kyiv's apparent goal is to create tangible shortages of fuel in Russia, bringing the war back to the Russian people, including in Moscow, and, on a more practical level, jeopardizing Russia's frontline operations. This energy war is a lot like the broader war of attrition between the two countries. No single attack, damaged refinery, or improved weapon can decide the outcome, destroying either Ukraine's will to fight or the Russian economy. The only thing that can nudge the desired outcome closer is a sustained imposition on the enemy of a compounding cost. In this case, for the first time, Ukraine has launched a coordinated missile offensive against Russia's power network, demolishing major thermal power plants. After months of drone warfare, Kiev has escalated to precision missile strikes, a shift that has left entire cities without power, heat, or water, and exposed the fragility of Russia's grid in a way drones never could. RFU News media outlet says. It is noted that the most significant hit came in Voronezh, where 3 missiles struck the city's thermal power plant. 2 missiles impacted the newly built boiler block, shredding steam generators and turbines connected to LM6000 gas modules, and another missile pierced the roof of the turbine wall. In Orel, the attack was equally devastating, and as residents reported no buzzing typical of drones, only deep, sustained explosions that lit up the skyline, it became clear that Ukrainians carried out the strike with cruise missiles. The Orel thermal power plant had already been damaged by drones earlier this month, but this time several sections were destroyed outright. Analysts say it powered roughly 40% of the region's electricity and up to 65% of Orel's central heating. Together, the 2 operations mark Ukraine's first deliberate campaign using long-range precision missiles against Russia's core energy system, a capability that had been withheld until now. RFU News claims this shift marks a turning point, as missiles change both scale and tempo, and unlike drones which rely on swarming and attrition, missiles can deliver concentrated kinetic power with pinpoint accuracy, overwhelming localized air defenses before they can adapt. They also travel faster and hit harder, often detonating within a force to destroy reinforced infrastructure that drones can only set on fire. If missiles can now take out plants in Voronezh and Orel, consider what drones alone have already achieved, with repeated blackouts in Belgorod, Bryansk and Kursk, and fires at high-voltage substations in Vladimir and Volgograd, and power cuts across Russian-controlled Luhansk and Crimea. In Belgorod, a strike on the Luk thermal power plant left 20,000 residents without power, plunging the city into darkness. In Vladimir, the massive 750 kilovolt Vladimirskaya substation, one of Russia's most powerful, was hit again, just weeks after repairs, showing how Ukraine can repeatedly disable high-voltage nodes faster than Russia can restore them. The pattern continued across the country as drone strikes ignited the T-25 substation in Taganrog, cutting power to multiple districts, while explosions in Zankoy hit transmission links used by Russian military units, RFU News says. In Volgoroshensk, Ukrainian drones struck the Kostroma GRES, Russia's third most powerful thermal plant, forcing emergency shutdowns. In Luhansk, FPV-1 kamikaze drones destroyed 6 substations in one night, leaving Russian army positions without power. Each of these adds pressure to a grid that no longer has the redundancy to reroute electricity effectively. The strikes on Voronezh and Orel show that even newly built plants are vulnerable, while ongoing drone raids ensure constant grid instability.